Shalom. Today in Misnomers in the Torah, we're going to look at the idea of living in Eretz Yisrael. Our rabbis told us, Le'olam Yador Adam Be'Eretz Yisrael. The person should always live in Israel. But the question is whether it's a mitzvah to live in Israel. Is it one of the 613 mitzvahs? And if you look at most of the Rishonim, almost everybody, so you see that they do say there is a mitzvah. The Ramban famously says that there's one of the 613 mitzvahs is to live in Eretz Yisrael. And what's interesting is that there seems to be, and here's the misnomer, there seems to be a concept, an idea, that even according to the Rambam, there's a mitzvah to live in Eretz Yisrael, and that everybody agrees that there's a mitzvah to live in Eretz Yisrael. And, well, it's not that simple. The Rambam never lists the mitzvah of living in Eretz Yisrael as one of the mitzvahs. He does quote that saying of the rabbis that we just mentioned before, that a person should live in Israel, but the Rambam says a person can live anywhere. The Rambam doesn't list it as one of the 613 mitzvahs, and the biggest support to the idea that the Rambam doesn't hold that it's a mitzvah is that the Ramban says that the Rambam left this mitzvah out of his list and should have included it, meaning the Ramban felt that the Rambam did not maintain that living in Eretz Yisrael is one of the 613 mitzvahs. Among contemporary rabbis, the rabbis of our times, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, the foremost posek of his time, maintained that living in Eretz Yisrael is a kiyum mitzvah, meaning that one that lives in Eretz Yisrael is fulfilling a mitzvah, but one has no obligation to live in the land of Israel. So the idea that everybody agrees that there's a mitzvah to live in Eretz Yisrael simply isn't true. Should a person live in Eretz Yisrael? That's a decision that they have to make. Our rabbis did say that a person should always live in Eretz Yisrael, but that doesn't mean that it's obligatory and doesn't mean that it's the right move for everybody. Shalom.